Deputy beppity beppity ba. Hello. Oh no. Did my camera not work? Oh, I know what it is. I click the round scene, friends. Ba-ba. Yeah. How are we today? I hope you're all well. You're all beautiful. You're all lovely and valid as heck. And my goodness, I feel like the lighting right now. I know I'm pale, but I feel like I'm like reflectively so right now. So hopefully all this is more visible than the last time I tried to do a box opening, but I have two fabulous things here that we're going to be cracking open today. We have a collector booster and we have this dope set booster box. And I'm super appreciative here because part of this is from the MTG Ambassador Program. So Wizards of the Coast is sponsoring this stream. So a huge thank you for that because it lets me do cool stuff like this. I get things and stuff, and it's cool to show, I don't know, the things and stuff off. Was that a good intro? Is that how I'm supposed to Twitch/YouTube? Am I winning? Someone tell me. Oh no. I don't think I brought my pair of scissors. So rip. I'm not sure what I kind of want to start with like the collector booster box, but maybe I should hold off on that in case more people join, in case they're still waking up. But it's shiny? Shiny, maybe? Let's do shiny. Okay. Let's start with collector, because that's what we're really here for, right? Boo, boo, boo. Oh, wait. I should have put this over here. I know how to do stuff. Now, the hardest part about box opening is this part here. Oh, goodness. I thankfully got a cup of coffee in before I started the stream, so hopefully I'm functioning and awake and ready for the world, you know? You know? Am I winning? Oh my god, I cannot open this. Okay, there we go. I got part of it. I didn't want to show y'all in case you, like, got mad at me. My nickname is Smashly for a reason, so... There we go. Okay. Ooh, even the box is shiny. Look at that. Shiny, shiny. Boom. Bam. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get some dunks for me going. I don't know the music sharing policy anymore for the old Twitcheroo and if I'm streaming to YouTube. So I'll just put some Alice in Chains on for myself. Let's start with like a couple of packs here. Ooh. Okay. I know someone said last time there was like a little tab that makes life easier for like opening all this stuff. And let's see if I can succeed. Oh, I should probably be in front a bit of the camera a bit more there. There we go. As you can tell, I haven't been streaming as consistently, so I'm still trying to remember my decent setup here. All right. What do we got, friends? Ooh, shiny food token. I really like the food tokens for this set, too. Like, I legitimately am hungry every time. Ooh, we're starting off strong. Hopefully my camera doesn't betray me with these foils, but we have a hardened scales. So that is not only a great pull, because I think like if you have a deck that really cares about counters, that's just going to do all kinds of shenanigans for you. But if you can see the card that we just got underneath here is Parallel Lives. So it sounds like we have to build... Oh, there we go. Camera focused. Thank you, camera. We're gonna have to do some shenanigans now in green. Make a toxic foreign collects deck, maybe. Would y'all still talk to me if I did that? Maybe not. No one wants to pot up with me anymore. Ooh, Virtue of Persistence. Target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn, and you gain 2 life. And I am sorry that my camera is not wanting to focus right now. There we go. That is really pretty art. I'm super for this right now. That is a mythic. Oh my goodness. Off the first 3 that we had right now, we had special art with like hardened scales for a rare. Then we hit Parallel Lives, which is also a great card. And then we just hit another mythic. So that seems pretty darn great. We have Misleading Signpost, which is in the fairy precon. That's pretty fun. And I just, oh my goodness. Camera focus! I've bought like 3 different kinds of cameras trying to make life easier, and none of them are as good as the Elgato. Hashtag not a sponsor. Well, I hope y'all can read that. But basically it says, when it enters the battlefield during the declare attacker step, you can reselect which player or permanent target attacking creature is attacking. So I wanted to do stuff with like Portal Mage, which kind of has like a similar effect. And I love that this is actually just attached to a mana rock. So I think there's some really fun shenanigans that you can do with this. So I'm definitely going to try to build, I don't know, some sort of deck. I don't think I want to do Simic because I already got a Simic proliferate deck with, was it Azuri? And then we just hit the Huntsman Redemption and my darn heckin' camera. I think I named, what did I name them last time? We'll name them Betsy this time. Betsy, my camera doesn't want to focus. She's sleepy still. Betsy. Goodness gravy. Well, I hope you get the gist of what that art looks like there. I'll just read what it does. So you create a 3/3 green token, beast creature token, and then for the next step, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature or basic land card, reveal it, and put it into your hand, and then shuffle. And then up to 2 target creatures each get +2/+2 and gain trample until end of turn. So I'm kind of curious, like, what your thoughts are. I feel like Tom Bombadil is getting some better, like, saga enchantments and stuff for those fun shenanigans and synergies. So I don't know. Maybe this could be some cool stuff for that. Some cool shenanigans. So that's a rare. And then we got, ooh, Griffin Airy. Why was that so hard for me to pronounce? When I first started playing Magic again through Arena, like this, I believe, was still in Standard. And I just thought this was like such a powerful and cool card. But basically, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 2/2 white Griffin creature token with flying. So that might be, I don't know. I just love the art for that too. That's super pretty. And then we have Grasp of Fate. That's a really, really pretty art as well. And dear goodness, Betsy. I'm going to have to fire you again, Betsy. Grasp of Fate. Ah, man, come on. Focus. Maybe if I do this. It seems to focus better down here, maybe. But the heart on this is really, really pretty. The artwork on this is just absolutely gorgeous. And then we have this gorgeous mountain. And that's what I've been really loving about like the sets, especially since like Neon Dynasty, is a lot of the basic land treatments that we've been getting are just super gorgeous. And it's really hard for me not to want to just like buy all of them. So Frolicking Familia. Ooh, there we go. And then it's a Otter Wizard. So you gotta, or you otter love that. Okay, I get it if you unsubscribe now. So we have the Frolicking Familiar. They can blow off steam, because who doesn't, need to fly on their otter broom? What are they flying on? I cannot tell. Oh no, it unfocused again. Well, I guess you can't tell either. But the instant part of it is deal 1 damage to any target. And then on the other side is whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, Frolicking Familiar gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So that's pretty interesting. I'm also curious about like how much more the adventure mechanic might pop up for Commander. Because I know there was like a Commander, I want to say with like Baldur's Gate or something like that, that cared about, I think, adventures. I'll have to look it up. I think it was in like Bant or something, but there's a lot more tech for it than when it first dropped. And I am so sorry, my camera is not focusing. It's just like me. There you go. Eerie Interference. So prevent all damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn by creatures. So I like me a good fog. That seems like it might be sneaky. I don't know. Do you use fogs in draft? I haven't been drafting in such a long time. I think the last one I did was Innistrad. Either that or like the Mystery Convention, which are fun ones to do too. Fairy Dream Thief. Gotta love the fairy synergies. And the moon on this is really pretty, but maybe it's just my camera doesn't like foils or something like that. But it has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, you surveil 1. And then if you pay 3, you can exile them from your graveyard and draw a card and lose 1 life, which doesn't seem bad. It's only a 1-drop too. and it's a 1/1 flyer, so if you, I don't know, are trying to get some early game shenanigans in with ninjutsu, maybe that could be something that helps you out there. And we have Hopeful Vigil. Enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, and then when they're put in the graveyard from the battlefield, you scry 2. So that seems pretty beneficial. It seems like I haven't had a chance to look at tons of this set yet, but it seems like there's a lot of utility, but less maybe like punchy in your face stuff like the first set with Throne of Eldraine. Yeah, Scarecrow Guide is like, the art is really dope on that. I hope y'all can, hopefully Betsy will focus. Maybe the set boosters would have been better to go with. I don't know. Okay. So next, we have Plunge into Winter. In case you're chilly. Oh my god, that's really funny. The artwork, it's just a person, or are they a little gnome? I can't even tell. Maybe they're a merfolk that just has ice and stuff in it. Then we have Snare Master Sprite. Enters the battlefield. You may pay 2. So that seems good. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. We're focused here. Rawr. Opening up another packaroo. Kapow, kapow. Oh my goodness. Why is it so hard for me to open things? We gotta do like the SpongeBob, like, puh, puh, open sesame. There's the food token. And then we start off with Gumdrop Poisoner, which, oh my goodness, this art is so trippy. That's so spooky. So we have on the front, or the first adventure side, is create a food token. And then on the other side of it is lifelink. When Gumdrop Poisoner enters the battlefield, up to 1 target creature gets -X until end of turn, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. There we go. Thank you. Oh, it focused for a second. Well, I hope y'all can still get... Here, I'm going to try this. Sorry if this is obnoxious. There we go. Like, that's super pretty. Okay, rare pile. Ooh, beep. Smothering Tithe. And it's the cool alternate art. And let me be obnoxious and put this in your face again. Hoping that my camera focuses. Betsy. People are trying to watch and see things. Maybe it's just like through Streamlabs, because I feel like OBS doesn't have this much of an issue. But I hope y'all can see that art. It's pretty interesting. Man, I've been trying not to run Smothering Tithe as much in like my mid-power decks, but I feel like the universe is telling me to do it. So we got Bramble Familiar. Mill 7 cards, put a creature, enchantment, or a land from among the milled cards onto the battlefield. Wow, that was so difficult for me to say. I don't know why. And then it's an elemental raccoon, which is probably my favorite thing about this. And I gotta hope that the art focuses in here. I'm just gonna keep trying to do this to see if my camera will focus in. I did a little bit more. I don't know. But the creature side is you can tap to add a forest, and then you can pay to discard a card and return Bramble Familiar to its owner's hand. So maybe a cool way, like you cast this early game on the Mana Dork side, and then if you want to get to the point where you can cast the 7 CMC sorcery side, then you can bounce it back to your hand and then try whenever you have the mana for that. So that's some cool utility right there. Ooh, and then we got the Throne of Eldraine. We have royalty here. Oh my goodness gravy. Yeah, I think my camera just doesn't like foil, so I can try to get through these collector packs here soon and get to the set where I'll probably be able to see stuff more. But for this, when it enters the battlefield, you choose a color, and then you add mana of the chosen color. Spend this mana only to cast mono-colored creatures, spells of that color, and then you can pay 3, tap, draw 2 cards, and spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. So that's an interesting card. I love like the flavor aspect of it, and my goodness gravy, it is not focusing again. Yeah, it must be like with foil treatments or something my camera doesn't like. And then we have Rowan, Scion of War. And this one looks really interesting. I was trying to think if like maybe I'd want to do like a Rakdos brew for it. Come on. There we go. Haha. Focused. Look at that. So spells you cast this turn that are black or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you've lost this turn, and activate only as a sorcery. So I think that could be really interesting, like some sort of life gain, shenanigans going on, because with like black you can pay life for like a lot of things too. So like if you have Yawgmoth out, you're drawing cards, lose life from that. But then if you have like Ayara out, that's like gaining back that life when you have like, some sort of black creature enter the battlefield. That could be a cool synergy going on there. And then we have Compulsion, which the art is really pretty for this. I hope my camera focuses a bit. Come on, buddy. I'm always really impressed with like the quality of like when you see a picture like online, you're like, how does that look when it's like printed in front of you? But like, there we go. All the art for this is just super pretty and really well done. Like, just so colorful too. And I think that's why like it just really jumps out at you. So Compulsion was there, putting that. And then we have another cool art. Oh my goodness, this makes me think of Adventure Time because of the donut. Focus, camera, focus. You can do it. Come on, buddy. Hopefully this is somewhat interesting to watch me fumbling through stuff. Come on. No, not the gumdrop button. Well, there we go. It's a little bit more readable, I guess, but it's a person spearing a donut that apparently is a jelly-filled donut. But if you enchant creature, enchanted creature gets -2, -2, and at the beginning of the upkeep of enchanted creatures, player loses 2 life. Why was that so hard for me to say? Basically, makes the creature weaker if the opponent chooses to keep the creature on the battlefield instead of sacrificing it. They lose 2 life or getting rid of it somehow. But anyways, cards, things, games. We got a mountain. It's always fun. And then we have Twisted Fealty, which my camera, there we go. Look at that. We got there. Maybe I just have to hold it like super close so like the camera eventually focuses. But I love the art for that. The little apple feels very like on theme for the Wilds of Eldraine. And basically this is one of your, what I feel like is in every rotation set is like a red spell that allows you to gain control of target creature and attack with them. Go bonk. Our favorite thing to do. And then we have Gadwick's First Duel. There we go. The camera's focusing. Then it says create a cursed roll token and attach up to 1 target creature. And if you control another roll on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creature is a 1/1. Oh, interesting. So it seems like if you had like the virtuous roll or something like that, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong on this, but sounds like you could essentially replace the virtuous roll maybe with like a curse. That's really interesting. Step 2, scry 2, and then when you cast your next instant or sorcery spell with mana value 3 or less, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. So that seems pretty heckin' good. That seems good, you know? And then we have the Collector's Vault. Boop, boop, boop. Is it going to focus? There we go. That is really fun. Kind of makes me inspired to do, is it this? It's the Sir Gingerbread Cookie Commander. I cannot remember their name. It's the colorless one. That's like, I think it's like 3 CMC. Okay, then we have Joanne's Stopgap, which has Bargain. And Bargain seems like it'll be a really interesting mechanic. Like artifacts, I think if you have anything that has some sort of like sacrifice synergy with artifacts, like this is going to be really powerful, like sack outlet potential. But basically this one says cost 2 less to cast if it's bargained, and you can return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand and draw a card. So that seems pretty good. I was thinking too, like, if you have a treasure, you could maybe sack the treasure that makes it cost 2 less. And so almost as like doubling the value of your treasure if you don't have something like gold span out. That would be interesting. We have Archon's Glory because we're glorious. And there we go. Focused. Yay! Even if it's a foil. So it has Bargain as well. And then target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If the spell was bargained, that creature also gains flying and lifelink until end of turn. There we go. And then we have Feed the Cauldron. Woo! Focus! Look at that! Good job, Betsy. She's catching up. That art is phenomenal, for one. And then we have Destroy target creature with mana value 3 or less. And then it's your turn. Create a food token. So that seems pretty dope. We got Quick Study. Oh my goodness. Draw 2 cards. Alright. We are 2 packs down, my friends. Let's open some more packs. Yeah. And I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Okay. What's up, Olive? Do you want to come sit and open packs with me? Just staring at me in the corner being weird? Okay. Thank you. You're welcome to join if you want. Yeah, my partner Olive's just been standing in the doorway like watching me, and I was just like, do you want to look at cards too? No, it's okay. Well, I appreciate you like standing in the doorway with me. That's both sides. I feel like I have company. I appreciate you. We got some food in case you're hungry. I feel like I've been making a lot of like food decks for Historic Brawl too, which have been fun. Let's see. We got Tales for the Ages. Oh my goodness. I don't know what to do anymore with these cameras. I've bought like 4 different ones and they all are struggling. Maybe it's something with my interface. But yeah, it doesn't want to focus on the foil. But it says Tale for the Ages, and enchanted creatures you control get +2/+2. So that seems like it could be a really good anthem effect if you've got a lot of enchantment. We have Primal Vigor, which the art on this is really pretty, so I hope it focuses. Focus. Come on. You can do it, Betsy. I believe in you. Aha! Oh, she focused for a second. Well, there we go. Ah ha ha. Good job, Betsy. I'm proud of you. Now, I love the art. There's like, every time you look at it, you see like a little bit more. Like there's something behind the tree next to the little wabbit. All these stuff. So I just love like the art that has like so much detail in it that you're just always finding like cool new little details. Ooh, we got Restless Spire, which another thing that has absolutely gorgeous like artwork for. Yeah, that's really pretty. So interest tapped, you can tap for a blue or red, and then until end of turn, it becomes a 2/1 creature and red elemental creature with, as long as it's your turn, this creature has first strike and it's still a land. And then whenever it attacks, you scry 1. That seems pretty powerful, honestly. Like, I know, what was it? The Forgotten Realm lands were super powerful in standard, at least, and just really in a lot of utility slots, because like if a board wipe happens and then someone's down at like, I don't know, 3 or 4 life with no blockers, then it's nice to just activate your land and close out the game that way. It is not focusing. There we go. It did finally. Expel the interlopers. Interesting. All right. And this does choose any number between 0 and 10, destroy all creatures with power greater than or equal to the chosen number. So that's really interesting too, because I think like if you have just a ton of tokens that are like 1/1s, you know, you could potentially have a one-sided board wipe there. We put our rare right there, and then we have Thunderous Debut. So this one's interesting too. We have Bargain with it, and then you look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them, and if the spell was bargained, put the revealed cards onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put the revealed cards into your hand and shuffle. So that seems pretty fun. Ooh, Impact Tremors is really good. And I love the art for this too. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. I should probably put this in Squee, but I kind of worry that it might take the power level up too high because Squee spits out a ton of tokens, especially early game. So, I don't know. I'm going to put this in my maybe pile for... I like to, when I open up, like, packs and stuff like that, if I get something that's kind of, what I'm brainstorming for like, a commander, I kind of set it off in its own pile. Otherwise, I usually just do, like, lands, uncommons, commons, rares, and mythics. And we got a pretty art for the Utopian Sprawl. Yay, my camera focused this time. Boop, 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 boo. That is so pretty. I can't get over it. It's so heckin' pretty. Okay. So, we're gonna put you here. Ooh, look at that. That is gorgeous. And then we have Joanne. Not Joanne Fabrics. Also not a sponsor. Joanne, Apprentice Sorcerer for CMC. Ooh, you can look at the top card of your library at any time. I love those effects. Maybe this can be an Is It commander that I can finally play. Once each turn, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from the top of your library. That seems really good. And they're only 4 CMC, and they're a 2/5. That's a pretty decent blocker, too. Okay, then we have the Princess Takes Control. So that could almost be like a delayed blink effect if you wanted, but what I'm thinking that I would probably do that might be a bit mean is you could exile up to 1 target creature, get to step 2, and then find a way to sacrifice this enchantment, maybe with like a bargain effect. So if you exiled one of your opponent's creatures, they don't come back because you blow this up before maybe they do. I believe that's how the sequencing on that would work. Feel free to correct me if I am wrong. We have Monstrous Rage because, who's not a little ingy every now and then? Oh my goodness. Well, it's an instant that has target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And you create a monster roll that's attached to it. So that's actually really interesting because that also gives them trample. And they get an additional +1/+1. So that could be a really powerful combat trick, I think. We'll put that you. How are y'all feeling about rolls, too? It's been an interesting mechanic to see. So we have, oh, Ginger Brute! They're so cute! I loved him. They have Haste. And this is from, like, the old set, too, with the new artwork for it. But what I think is interesting is they're a food golem, and there's a new commander that's a Bant one that seems to really care about food tokens and golems, so I'm really interesting. And then we have Evolving Wilds, Protective Parents. That's actually pretty funny. Oh my goodness. That is really cool. Oh my goodness. Because I kind of picture, like, protective parents of being, like, the ones that, like, don't let their kids go outside and do things, but then, like, these ones are, like, protecting their kids from monsters, and that's pretty awesome. So when they die, oh my goodness, don't. That's really sad. Create a gun hero roll attached to up to 1 target creature. No! That's so sad. So on flavor. That's a really cool card. Good job. Good job, Wizards, but I'm a little sad. We have Titanic Growth, which is an old school card, I believe, but perfect for this set. Target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. So maybe that's a good draft card for, like, sneaky combat shenanigans. I don't know. I don't draft that much. Opening this pack. What do we got going on? We got some food. Oh my goodness. This looks so cool. Defense of the Heart. So at the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent controls 3 or more creatures, sacrifice this, and you get to tutor for 2 creatures, and you put them on the battlefield. There we go. Focused. I love the art for that, too. That's really badass. I mean, bad. Awesome. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. And then we have Rain Sanity, which I think we can all relate to, right? Oh my goodness. Focus. What's your focus for life? Oh my goodness, Betsy. I should go get Carol, which is what I named my other camera. There we go. She focused. I just had to threaten her with a different camera. Enchanted player at the beginning of each end step. Enchanted player mills X cards, where X is the number of cards put into their graveyard from anywhere this turn. That seems really good. I also feel like that could potentially be a combo piece. That'd be interesting. Y'all let me know how you would use that. And then we also have Will Scion of Peace, and it's the cool art form for it. And now we have the siblings. We have assembled the twins. So this has vigilance, and spells you cast this turn that are white or blue cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn, and you activate only as a sorcery. So that's pretty fun. And then we have Giant Inheritance, which is really cool. Enchanted creature gets +5/+5 and has, whenever this creature attacks, create a monster roll, and you attach it to an attacking creature. And when you put this in the graveyard from the battlefield, return it to the owner's hand. So I think having like any spells that essentially return back to the hand that are like enchantment auras is really important, because, you know, if you're doing like a Voltron build and your commander gets blown up or something, it can be really hard to make sure that your hand's always full of like other auras that you can throw back on and rebuild. So it's cool that some of these kind of have like built-in effects that let you rebuild if you're playing with like auras. Tangled Colony, it's a new rat tech for people. When it dies, you create X/1/1 black creature tokens with this creature can't block, where X is the amount of damage dealt to it this turn. So this could actually be a really interesting effect with Ayara, because those are black rat creature tokens. So Ayara, I believe, would see those tokens and still drain you. So that could be some cool tech for them. I'm talking about Ayara of Castle Lockthwain, the one that came out with the Throne of Eldraine, not the new one that I think is the Rakdos one. Yeah. Then we have Curiosity, because we're all little curious. And this is actually a card that combos with Niv-Mizzet. So whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card. There we go. Oh my goodness, gravy. Focus. I want people to see the art. Okay, there we go. This looks so cool, though. It reminds me a little bit of like a comic book art, but I just think this is super pretty. There's a lot of really fun detail, again, in all of this art, where the more you look at it, you kind of see a little bit more each time. And I think that's really incredible to do, especially just, you know, on a card. We have more impact tremors in the cool art. Ooh, we got a planes, because we're playing like me. Ashiok's Reaper. Oh, I do hope I get Ashiok. Ashiok Nightmare Muse is one of my favorite Planeswalker cards. So this one says, whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Ooh, so if you have synergies with like cursed rolls and stuff like that, and you have ways to sacrifice that, that would be super interesting. So we have Taken by Nightmares. If it'll focus. There we go. Whoa, that is cool. They just knocked it out of the park with all the art on this set. So much attention to detail. Exile target creature. If you control an enchantment, scry 2. So I think exile effects are just going to continuously get more and more like valuable, specifically because there's so many ways to like make something indestructible, or, you know, kind of do those shenanigans. So I think the more exile effects that are in place are like gonna be really relevant, if that makes sense. So especially if you have like the indestructible enchantment gods like Xenagos and they become a creature, maybe have a solution there, since mono black doesn't have a lot of ways to deal with creatures, or not creatures, enchantments. Lots of ways to deal with creatures, not a lot of ways to deal with enchantments. So we have Hearth Elemental, Stoke Genius. Oh no, Cora was Borkin. Misleading Motes. And we're kind of getting into the commons and uncommons here. So I might kind of skip through some of these just to speed things up to the fancy art stuff again. Mocking Sprite. We're being mocked. Okay. The next pack. The packing. Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hiya. Oh, goodness. Also, I hope my mic isn't, like, crazy loud. Hope that's better. Okay. I think that's a bit more balanced. I had to fix some mic adjustments from when we were recording a different game in person with my brother and I. Ooh. Is it here? Oh my goodness, focus! There we go. Baronet of the Charmed Apple. Oh, Betsy, stay focused. That's really cool. Again, with like the totally like unique art forms for all kinds of stuff is really fun to see. Each creature that's enchanted by an aura you control can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. That is really, really cool. I think there's a lot of potential with this commander. And at the beginning of your end step, each opponent loses X life, and you gain X life, where X is the number of auras you control. That is sweet. So I'm picturing, like, putting cursed auras on stuff. And you can maybe even do some, like, group hug stuff. Because I'm not really sure, and feel free to call me out if I'm wrong on this. But if you're able to put, like, the other roles, like monstrous roles or virtuous rolls on like other opponents' creatures, maybe you can be like, hey, I'll help you knock out some opponent if you do this, and then you don't have to worry as much about maybe the counter attack on it if you beef up their creatures, because if your commander's out, they can't attack you. So that has like some really cool, interesting potential. And then we have Forced Fruition. Cool artwork for that. Focus, please. There we go. I love that art. It's so cool. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, that player draws 7 cards. That is potentially dangerous. I don't know how I feel about using that card. I'm guessing that probably has something to do with, like, if you're trying to essentially mill out your opponent. So maybe they draw a ton of cards and then you force them to discard those cards immediately. Or maybe you just want them to draw their whole deck. Like, mill themselves out. Maybe there's a combo there. Scalding Viper. That's really pretty. And put it here. Then we have Asinine Antics. Oh my goodness. Focus! Why won't we focus today? Friend. Oh my goodness. There we go. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it for this one, unfortunately. But it's a mythic, and you can cast it as though you have flash if you pay 2 more to cast it, and for each creature your opponents control, you create a cursed roll token attached to that creature. That's really cool. So maybe if they think they're going in for like a super powerful swing, you can just be like, nah, you're all 1/1s now. Kind of makes me think of, there's a black spell that is a split second one that turns opponent's creatures into having attack power and toughness of like a 0/1. I'm totally blanking. We got the goose! The goose! Honk honk! The honkinine! Oh no, it won't focus. Come on! This is one of the coolest cards in the set. The honks! Hello, howdy howdy. How are you doing? Is it Kill Silly? And I apologize if I mispronounced that. Okay, there we go. My camera is like struggling to focus. But we got the honks. Mess with the honking, you get the bonk. I love how many like Goose Game references I'm going to be able to make for this. It's just so silly. We have a Dark Tutelage, because we're angsty. At the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand, and you lose life equal to its mana value. Ooh, that could be potentially a good card with Rowan. Boom. Vampiric rights, because we're continuing with our angst. Let's see if the camera will focus. Will you focus, my friend? I want you to focus. Come on, buddy. There we go. Ah, look at that. That's so cool. It kind of makes me think of Hollow Knight a little bit, if y'all ever played that. And then this one says, if you sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life and you draw a card. All right, that seems stonksy as heck. It's a sack outlet that lets you draw. And then we hit another pretty mountain. Oh, put that there. Ooh, Archive Dwagon. We got a real Dwagon nerd over here. It's got Flying Ward, and then when it enters the battlefield, scry 2. That seems pretty darn good. I like that. I like my Dwagons reading books and having protection with Ward. I feel like that could do some interesting shenanigans, especially since it's not a legendary. Maybe that's a good one to like make copies of. Because I'm trying to think with Miram Worm Sentinel, making copies of stuff. There we go. Witch's Vanity. Oh my god. They're so full of themselves. I love the art for this. Destroy target creature an opponent controls with mana value 2 or less. You can create a food token. Feels very on theme. And then at the end of it, you create a wicked roll token attached to target creature you control. That is really cool because I love how they're definitely keeping with like the fairy tale themes on stuff. And then we have any good pulls so far? I think so. Well, we got the Goose, which is a great pull, but we got like the Parallel Lives, and then Smothering Tithe with the cool new art for it. We got Rowan. We got the other twin and the cool art. Defense of the Heart and the cool art. And then this person who I'm really interested in. Oh my gosh, and my camera is like hating itself for looking at foil cards. I'm sorry, Will, if it's hard to read right now. Oh goodness. Any other rares? I think we got some interesting, like Primal Vigor seems good. And then, where is it? Hardened Scales and the cool art. Ah. And my camera's not wanting to focus. What's up, Patrick? Is there any new commander you want to build? Yeah. It was this one. If it'll focus. Come on. I've been calling my camera Betsy's because it feels like I can yell at something. But I'm interested in this because I think you could do some really sneaky shenanigans, because if you enchant creatures, I control. Oh, it's I control. Can attack you or planeswalkers you control. I still think that's interesting. There's something here with, I think, like some sort of group hug effect or something, that I definitely want to like sit down and think on a bit more. And maybe Rowan too. We have the Tempting Apple. And I'm so sorry if my camera takes a hot second to focus. There we go. Betsy. Oh my gosh. Betsy hates me and foils apparently. Well, you said all the virtue cards seem fun. I agree with you. I think there's like some really interesting utility there. Especially like token effects, because if you have like token doublers out and then you're able to put like multiple enchantments out and just keep, and you have like some sort of like anthem effect that cares about the amount of enchantments out, like I think that's going to be super good. Not dead after all. That's pretty great. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield. Oh my goodness. The flavor for the set is so great. Will, you said you're tempted to buy the ring. Now they want me to care about fruit. Yeah, it's a party. You gotta, I don't know. Is it like a wedding reception? I mean, we just had Olivia's wedding. What? I guess we didn't. Was that a year ago? When did Innistrad drop? I feel like I'm suddenly, that wasn't a year ago. That was 2 years ago. I'm having a bit of an existential crisis now. Okay. I just need more coffee. I'll get through it. Nice. Old curses cycles are enchantment auras, so they'll synergize too. Yeah. Kaya's ghost form is definitely better because it cares about like if it gets exiled, you know, like it saves you from exile versus I think this one was like death. Death. I meant destroy. I think I do need more. Yeah, it says dies. So when this one dies, I think Kaya's ghost form is just better because again, exiled effects, any of that, it protects your commander from that. So that's kind of like my go-to. And Estrad was 2 years ago. And we've had so many sets since then. Yes, I literally like I started Magic like getting seriously back into it about 2 years ago. Oh my god, I just saw how pale my face was, and I feel like I'm a ghost. I'm a ghost opening packs over here. Charmed. I think it says clothier. I don't know what that means. Oh, there we are. It focused. That's really pretty. Enters the battlefield, create a royal token because we're royalty. Boom, and then we have Toadstool Admirer. Ooh, it's an oof. It's a oof. Just like Collector oof. Bestial Bloodline. An Enchanty Aura. Okay. I feel like I'm talking too much about cards, but it's just fun to like take in the art because I didn't really look at any of like the spoilers or anything that was getting posted because I just wanted to have, a little bit of a blind reaction to stuff because I sometimes feel like that's a bit more fun when you're trying to look at stuff instead of just getting like the information overload because again with a lot of the sets being dropped sometimes I just feel like I'm still processing the previous set, so one of the things to kind of mitigate feeling a bit overwhelmed with information is just kind of not looking at spoilers and then waiting for the set to drop and just absorbing it that way. We have some food token because we hungry. Ooh. Oh, will that focus? Yeah. Red Cap Gutter Dweller. They have Menache. When they enter the battlefield, you create 2 rats with this creature can't block. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this dude and exile a top card of your library. You can play that card this turn. And I wonder if the reason why this is red is because it's a goblin. But I feel like this would have been really good for like mono black or something because there's so many cards in black that are rat synergies. Like, was it the Piper, like Piper the rat swarm or something like that? Like, I just feel like there's a lot more rat synergies. So it's kind of curious that that's a red card, but maybe also has to do with like the card advantage piece of it. Still a really cool card. Oh, this is a good hit. Rest in peace. I love this for graveyard hate, and I think if you have an enchantment card, it's like really good. Or enchantment card. Enchantment synergies in your deck. Like this is a really good piece of graveyard hate. And the artwork for that too. Sorry if my camera isn't focusing right now. Goblins love gutters in science. True. You're right, I'm no math magician. Ah. Betsy. People, my friends are watching. Focus. Okay, well Betsy doesn't like me today, I guess, so. Wilds of Eldraine have quite a few red cards. I think they're trying to do Rakdos rats. Ooh, that would make sense. We do have an elusive otter. That's utterly cute. Yeah, I'm going to keep making these puns, so I hope you're all here for this. And it says distribute. X +1/+1 counters are among any number of target creatures you control. Ooh, and it has prowess. So this is some Simic shenanigans. I think I might have to update my Azuri deck here soon because the last few sets I feel like have dropped some good Simic counter shenanigans. So that goes into the rare pile. Rotisserie Elemental. I don't know if I want to let my hot dog attack me. There it is. Look at that. I guess that's actually pretty great that an elemental is like a chef. Hashtag fansmic. I wouldn't be opposed to that, honestly. I made a Simic deck just because I thought the Azuri art was like super pretty. and I made it a Planeswalker dex and not like one that was an infect one. I tried to make the most fair balanced Simic deck that I could because I think I only have 2 or 3 counter spells in that deck. Oh my goodness. Yes, it focused. The blind mice. This is so good. Create a 1/1 white mouse creature token. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. And then creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain vigilance or vigilantes. Another vampiric rites. We saw that one earlier, so I'm just going to swoop on past it. Ooh, hatching plans. There we go. Yeah, it focused. I know I keep saying this, but I'm still like so impressed by like the amount of detail in this art. It's just so pretty. And the style is really fun. Good job, artists. Kicked butt. More pretty lands. And then we got like our other commons. I think we've seen a lot of these at these points, so I'm just kind of skipping past those to get to the pretty shiny stuff. Shiny. Otherwise, I might drag this on forever. Okay, let's see if I can open this though. Hiya. Wait. Hiya. I did it. I'm here. Food for all you hungry friends. And then 20. Oh my. I hope I never have to say this card in Good Clean Commander. Twinning. Is it Twining Twins? There we go, focused. Twinning Twins or Twining Twins? Someone tell me. Help me. Someone help me. Exile non-token creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Ooh, Yorian likes this. Flying, Vigilance, and Ward 1. That seems good. Oversold Cemetery! Yes, I love the art for this one. Okay, come on, buddy. I believe in you. You can focus here, Betsy. I would love it if you did. Please. Maybe if I hold it down here a bit more. I was doing like the SpongeBob, like if any of y'all get that reference. Okay, well, I give up. Oh. Miller Time, you had a post deleted. I don't know why Miller Time, I don't know why Nightbot thought you were spamming. I'm sorry, I don't know what you were trying to say. Let me view. Oh, there we go. Why did it... I don't know why it, like, hit your message there. I'm trying to fix that. Okay, let me real quick disable some stuff in Nightbot stuff so you don't get hit no more. Sorry about that. Might be okay now. But I see you, Miller Time. Twining Twins. And Gold Star H Gamer. Dang, that was some cool art. Gotta say, I think I'm loving these alt arts far more than the Commander Master ones. I kind of agree with you there because I feel like there's so much more attention to detail and everything feels so on like flavor for the set, like really paying attention to like the fairy tale aspect of it. And again, every time I try like looking at the art, oh yay, focus finally. There's always like some tiny detail that I pick up on again and again. And it just feels like if you play with these cards, like you might discover something new. Ooh, we have a restless. Oh my goodness, sorry if you hear my dog. She's been barking at our new neighbor existing. They're not doing anything bad, they're just existing, and she hears them and barks at them. Oh my goodness. There we go. It kind of focused a little bit there. Well, I hope that's a good enough view for you, because I think that's the most it'll focus on this, but these land cards that are like creature land cards are really fun. Boop. And we have a nettling nuisance. Will Betsy focus this time? Has she been doing her homework? Betsy? I swear to heck. Betsy? Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. Oh, she's totally embarrassing me in front of my friends. Okay. Well, I'll just read what it does if you didn't see it. But basically, whenever one or more fairies you control deal combat damage to a player, that player creates 4/2 red pirate creature token with this creature can't block. The token is goaded for the rest of the game. Oh, I feel like if you had a Lagomos deck and you have Rite of the Raging Storms and other kind of elemental synergies, this could be a super interesting like card that could play into that if you're trying to do like a goad elemental type thing. I guess the only aspect of that is like if you're trying to close out a game and it's in a 1v1 situation, it could feel pretty bad to give your opponents tokens. So maybe you'd want to have like Meat Hook Massacre or some sort of Blood Artist effect ready to go if you wanted to wipe the board. That could be like a way to deal with it. And then we have Cruel Summon Phage? Oh, good. Camera focused. Target player mills 4 cards, and then their power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in all graveyards. That's some bonkening. The bonkening. The bonkening. And then we have hatching plans. Oop. Why is this not? There we go. It is put into the graveyard from the battlefield. Draw 3 cards. This seems cool. That seems good. Boom. And we have. Ooh. Is this art going to show up? Come on, Betsy. Come on, Betsy. You can do it. Oh, Betsy. You can focus. There we go. It did it. Everyone claps in the chat. That's really fun. It looks like a barroom fight or like a food fight. Or did they try to steal food and they're like punishing them? I don't know. The art for that's really cute though. It says, whenever a creature you control with power 2 or less attacks, Rain Bombardment deals 1 damage to that player or planeswalker the creature is attacking. So that's good with like goblin decks too. The only thing is like if I was going to add this to my squee deck, I don't want to have like too many enchantments and not like a ton of creatures, you know? You know? We got another pretty forest. Ooh, this one seems really fun to build around too. Just because of like the theme of it. Ruby Daring Tracker. They have haste, and whenever they attack while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, they get +2/+2, and they can tap for mana. This could be a really interesting commander, I think. It goes an uncommon. Ooh, and then we got Greta Sweet Tooth Scourge, which this is super cool concept. They enter the battlefield, create a food token, and you sacrifice a food. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And then you sacrifice a food. You can draw a card and you lose 1 life. There's so many cool things. Disdainful Stroke. Uncommon. Fell Horseman. Zombie Knight. Gotta love those. And then we have Hopeless Nightmare. A Scream Puff. And Flick the Coin. That's interesting. Okay, we have how many packs left? Math. 5. 5 packaroos. And then it's time for the set. If I can open these packs, that's the big thing here. It's trying to open stuff. Come on! Okay, there we go. I'm just throwing these on the floor like a monster. Okay, so we got a food token, because we hungry. Leyline of Lightning. Oh my goodness. It won't focus again either. But this is like a reprint from in your opening hand. You may begin the game with it on the battlefield. Whenever you cast a spell, you may pay 1. If you do, Leyline Lightning does 1 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. There we go. Focused in. Art is so pretty. I love it. I'd honestly probably get like a print of some of these. Like a poster or something. So rare. Ooh, Aggravated Assault. The cool updated artwork. So I have this combo in my Helena and Alina deck. That's the partners from the Commander Masters ones. So not the one that puts counters on stuff, but the ones that like tap for mana. There we go. Woo! That is so cool. Yeah, you pay 5 mana, you untap all creatures. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase that followed by an additional main phase. So that's pretty darn good for the old infinite combos. Because for what that Helana and Alina deck wants to do is you make sure Alina's out, and then I just pretty much cast a creature that has like 5 toughness or greater, and then just can tap and untap Alina and just have all the infinite combat steps. Oh my goodness. We have Virtue of Strength, and it says return target creature or land card from your graveyard to your hand. And then if you tap a basic land for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that instead. So that seems pretty darn good. That's a mythic. We have Food Fight! I mean, you can't build a food deck and not have a food fight. Isn't that what your deck wants to do? So artifacts you control have pay 2, sacrifice this artifact. It deals damage to any target equal to 1 plus the number of permanents named food fight you control. Interesting. Do y'all think that this has a place in Standard? I feel like with how many cards are making food tokens, that could potentially do a lot of damage. I have Ingenious Prodigy. Skulk. Skulk is something we haven't seen in a minute. Oh my goodness, I love the artwork for that though. So they enter the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters, and at the beginning of your upkeep, if they have 1 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you can remove and draw a card. That seems good. That's some card draw stuff. We have the Raid Bombardment, the cute art again, in case you wanted to see that. We've seen Dark Tutelage. We have a Plains. Gallant Pie Wielder. Oh no, it won't focus. This is really cute. Focus. There we go. I mean, those pies, I'm hungry just looking at that. Maybe that's part of your technique. Then we got some of the other friends here. I'm gonna speed through some of those. I'll stop for the pretty art, though. Yeah. Can I open this? I don't know if I can. Okay, we got there. We got there eventually, friends. Okay. So, we have our food here. And then we have Raging Battle Mouse, which is super cute. The second spell you cast costs... What is it? Second spell you cast costs... Why can't I read this? Oh, dyslexia. The second spell you cast each turn, there we go, we made it, costs 1 less to cast. That was probably the hardest thing I've ever tried to read out loud. And then it has Celebration at the beginning of combat on your turn. If 2 or more non-land permanents entered the battlefield under your control this turn, target creature you control gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Sick. Ooh. And then we got Leyline of Sanctity. Oh no, focus. It's so pretty, please. Okay, there we go. I have Honks Proof. That's pretty nice. I don't know if I would pay 4 for that ability. 3rd time is the charm. Thank you. Yes, it is, Hunter. Okay. So we have Mosswood Dread. Ooh! I was hoping to pull this card. It looks so good. Okay. I'm super hyped on this. I guess this means I have to build a Golgari deck now. Oh. And we got the Precon face for the fairy deck. The face of that Precon. It's actually pretty good. My brother and I did a 1v1 duel, which I'm hoping to put up next week, of some of the gameplay with those Precons. We have, oh my goodness. Aha! It focused. Sentinel of Lost Lore. It's an Elfie. Maybe that can go into my Freya Elise deck. Maybe. Enters the battlefield, choose 1 or more. Return target creature card you own in exile that has an adventure in to your hand. Oh, so that's cool. It's like a way you could recycle adventures. And then you could put target card you don't own in exile that has an adventure on the bottom of its owner's library, and then exile target player's graveyard. That seems pretty darn good utility-wise. At the very least, it's graveyard hate on a body, which I like a lot. So that seems pretty dope. Ooh! Garrick's Uprising. That is gorgeous. Like the red with the trees is so pretty. Wow. And that's like the enchantment that draws. It's like a reprint. Got another Griffinary. Maybe it'll focus this time. Haha, it did! That's really pretty too. Sweet. And we got a swamp. Swampies. And then just going through the commons and uncommons here quite quickly. Oh, Candy Trail. I'll stop for because that's a fun card. If it'll focus. I feel like I've been saying that every other word. It did not, but such is life. Sometimes it's just hard to focus, you know? Ahoy! What's up, Evan? Hope you're doing well. And Miller Time, I hope you're not, like, blocked from commenting at all. I don't know why Nightbot dropped the hammer on you. I'm sorry. We have food. I feel like every token. Oh, there's a human on the back. Okay, I forgot these were, like, dual-sided tokens. We got another Restless Spire, but this one's nice and shiny. There we go, focused. This is so pretty. I love the art for that. Another Ley Line of Lightning. A cruel... I still can't say this card. I couldn't say it the first time we found it. Oh, it's not focusing. Okay, there we go. Cruel Somnophage? Yeah. Yeah, that's close enough, right? There's some cards that I hope, like, people in Good Clean Commander don't play just because I can't pronounce them. Because I do the voiceover script for that. It's not focusing. Betsy, why do you treat me like this? There we go. I mean, that's a little bit better. You look at the top 20 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them. And if that spell is bargain, put revealed cards onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put the revealed cards in your hand. So that kind of makes me think of... Was it the Heroic Defense or something? Heart of the Defense. Wow. That took me a hot second to remember. Yeah, it reminds me of Heart of Defense. It's a cruel nightmare. Oh goodness. I hope not too cruel. Cruel Sam ba 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 da ba. Don't know what you're trying to convey there, Evan. Oh, we got our poison apple lady. But in the non-fun art. She just looks extra sassy. Look at that sass. You don't even know. Oh, it's a mythic. Utopia Sprawl, and it's a shiny one. Spreading Seas. That seems like a very good card, too. And then we have Plains, because we're basic. And then going through the skips of these funds that are a little blurry. Oh, actually, we'll stop for this one. Why won't you focus, my dear? It isn't focusing. I swear, I bought like 3 or 4 different cameras just so that box opening would be better, but none of them have been working. There we go. Finally focused. Shari of Numbing Depths. Enters the battlefield, tap target creature an opponent controls, and put a stun counter on it. So this goes well, I think, with the... Was it the Ice Queen person? Yeah. Evan, there's a couple of commanders. I was interested in the Charmed Apple Friend because you know I love my hours off. And then maybe Rowan because there's some cool tech for that. And then there's something else. The Red Riding Hood one seems pretty cool. Already would be such a unique deck to build around and play almost all curse negative goad auras and drain people when their creatures can't touch you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it's almost like a goad potential for like a group hug kind of deck. And then we have these other goofballs. Troublemaker, oof. Oh, there we go. Bestowed Night, Return Triumph, all those fun stuff. But we're just here for the shiny shinies. Yeah, no? Oh, can I open it? Rowan seems like it could be CDH. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just like, because is it ad nauseum that you pay life to for getting card advantage? So potentially just, I don't know, knock people out that way. There we go. Spiteful Hexman enters the battlefield, create a curse roll token attached to target creature you control. Ooh, Blood Moon! I would feel way too mean playing this in my Squee deck, but they're printing so many cards that are great for my Squee! Oh, it's not focusing. I mean, would you be mad if you saw a pretty Blood Moon like this against you at the table? Please say no. Someone give me permission to run Blood Moon and Squee, please. Ooh, we got more twinning twins. And the pretty art for that, too. Ingenious Prodigy. We saw this friend earlier, too. Thank you for laughing at my silly jokes. At the very least, I'm making myself laugh. But it feels a little better when you laugh, too, or Evan. Why is this not... There we go. Godric, Cloaked Reveler. Ooh, another legendary. As long as 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under your control this turn. They're a dragon? Well, we have to build something around this. If you run mono red, I don't see anything wrong with it. Yeah. Well, I think it's just like Blood Moon is more of like how it impacts other players. So like if you play at like a mid-level table, like it might just shut down like the whole table, and I think it's a feels bad moment for kind of mid-power casual tables. Yeah, no. But I could probably try using it because I was going to try to make a CDH Bergie deck that is... I actually just recorded a game playing it through Moxfield, but it's a Storm deck, and that was pretty fun to play. I just played it directly from the database because I don't really know how to build like CDH decks yet, so I figured going from the database is the best way to learn till I get my CDH legs under me or whatever. Sea legs. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Oh, that's Soul Guide Lantern. I love this card. I run it in a lot of my decks. That's really pretty. All right, other things. Boom. Sleight of hand. 5-color decks will loathe it for sure. Because I think it's a MTG Goldfish where Tomer's always telling people to run more basic lands, and I'm like, that's a good way to reinforce that. So this is our last collector pack, and then we'll move to the set boosters. Hiya! Because we're full of riches over here. Rich with friendship. With cards, I guess. I don't know. Whatever makes sense there. Ooh, we got a little wat on the back. Oppression. Ooh. Focus. Focus. Okay, I hope you can see that a little bit better. No, Betsy doesn't want you all to see the art. Well, hopefully down here you can see it a bit better. That's really pretty. Whenever a player casts a spell, that player discards a card. That seems quite good. Do you think that has like a place in like Tiny Bones or something? That'd be so miserable in Tier Grid. Mana Flare? Ooh, that is so pretty. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, that player adds an additional 1 mana of any type that land produced. That's interesting. I think that's a reprint too. That's really pretty. We have a questing druid. If they'll focus. Oh, it did. Aha. Oh, it did for a second. There we go. That's really cool. So much detail in all of these cards. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until your next end step, you may play those cards. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to go back and look at my Helena and Alina deck and see like if some of these cards will, beef stuff up. And this one is enters the battlefield or attacks target opponent, creates a 2/4 Ox creature token, and you draw a card. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess like if you have a way to goad creatures, or if you're hoping to like steal them. I don't know. What do y'all think? I don't know how I feel. Like drawing a card's nice, but I don't know how like some decks want like sack fodder and stuff like that. That feels like it could hurt you maybe more. But I always struggle with like group hug concepts because I'm like, I don't want to give my opponent card draw. I don't want to give my opponent resources. We have Restless Fortress. So it becomes a 1/4 nightmare creature until end of turn. And whenever it attacks, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2. Huh. I could see that again being potentially used in like standard or something. Season of Growth. Focus on the art. Very good in Tiny Bones and Madness decks. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about Madness. There we go. It focused a little bit. This is like one of those cards that has like so much detail in it that like when you keep looking at it, you kind of spot new stuff. It's really fun. So I'll go here. And we saw Curiosity last time. I pulled it, but since there's some new friends here, I wanted to share that. And then we have a Swampy Poo. Swamp. Yeah. That's pretty. Ooh, Ash Party Crasher. So Aaron was saying I had to make this because it has my name in it, because he made a Aaron deck and I gotta do Ash. But I was saying I'm not a party crasher. I'm the life of the party, friends. But it does feel very on theme because it's also in Boros. So you know what? This is one card I have to build something for. I think I'm legally obligated to. But it has when they attack, if 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield under my control this turn, I put a +1/+1 counter on Ash. So, feels on theme again for me. It's pretty funny. And then we have these other cards here that I'm going to kind of skip through, so hopefully it doesn't hurt your heart. Because it's time to get to the set box. And then cleanup step. What cards are you all excited about? Because, again, I tried not to look at a ton of the different spoilers going on, just so I could have, like, I don't know, blind reactions to stuff. Because I think that's fun. So I just cleared the space of the commons and uncommons. And we'll put our little buddy off to the side here. And this was all from the collector stuff, which was pretty darn cool. We got our rares, we got our little lands, and then setting this stuff aside to put into other decks. So I'll set that there. Okay, here we are, friends. The set boosts. It's not negotiable, I'll have to do it. Alright, them's the rules. It's been said. You have spoken. Okay, I got it this time. Last time I struggled so hard to open the plastic here, but I got it this time. I hope y'all are proud of me. I figured out how to open a box. Agatha's Soul Cauldron looks really good and may become a staple. Very excited. Yeah. I think that was I think we pulled that one, right? Boop, 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 boop. Oh, no, I was thinking of the Mosswood Dread Knight. I just love the art for that. That's really gorgeous. Boom. Okay. We have the box topper thingy. There we go. This is also something I want to build for because it just seems so darn cute. I forget their name though. It's Sir Cookie. Oh man. But again, I cannot get over how absolutely gorgeous like the art, the flavor, but also the mechanics just seem so fun. So we got our little... Oh, I held it upside down. I know how things work. Oh my gosh. I was hoping that my camera would be a little bit more friendly. when it came to this set because there should be less foils and stuff. But foils. And I'm gonna skip through the commons and uncommons because we're all about the stonks here. Alright. So we have Will Scion of Peace. That seems cool. We got a version of them before with like the full art. Ooh! Shared animosity. Is it gonna focus? Or is Betsy gonna be full of animosity towards me? Oh my gosh. There we go. It kind of focused a bit. Will she focus as we get closer? Betsy, I swear to heck. There we go. There's the art. That's really pretty. They crushed it. Hilda the Ice Crown seems like fun commander to make to lots of tapping shenanigans. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to try building them out in paper, but I'm really tempted to at least do something in Historic Brawl for them. Because I think the All Will Be One printed some cards too that had like stun counters and stuff. Ooh, we got a monster roll. Little monster roll token, which is nice because I don't have a ton of those. Stroke of Midnight. Interesting. That's our shiny that we got. Okay. Kapow. Art card. Ooh, little Red Riding Hood. That's dope. I never know what to do with those art cards. Do y'all ever do anything with art cards? Or, ooh, puppies. Some of these and some of this over here. Oh, yeah, and this is also in the Fairy Precon, the Abria Dreaming Duelist. If it'll focus. I've been saying that a lot, but whenever another fairy enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. So I think there's like a lot of potential for that as well as a commander, because the precon facing commander is pretty great value wise as well. We have Spellbook Vendor, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, you may pay 1. When you do, create a sorcerer roll token that's attached to creature you control. That seems pretty stonksy. That's some stonks. I'm so curious what the impact of like this set's going to be on like standard. You use them as bookmarks? That's actually really smart. I feel like I've just been living in my editing cave though. And I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate. Which I wasn't sure. I wasn't actually planning to play Baldur's Gate at all, but it was kind of funny because my brother hit me up about it and then I saw a bunch of like reviews, and the fact that the reviews were like, your gaming studio set unrealistic expectations for like AAA studios or whatever because they produced a functioning working game is hilarious to me. I love this though. This reminds me of Adventure Time. Which whoop. And we got a forest. And skipping through stuff here. Boop, 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 to the things that we care about. Ooh, here's our Rakdos rat friend. This also seems fun to build around as well. I probably will do this in Historic Brawl and not in paper either, but I'm kind of tempted because I'm going to be doing the early access event as well. So maybe that's something I should try brewing up for early access. We have Wrinkles Prank, whoop, which is really fun art if it will focus. No, it won't. All right. Well, choose 1 or more. Each player discards 2 cards. Each player loses 4 life, and each player sacrifices 2 creatures. So it's a little bit more powerful than the ability that's on the body, but it's only a one-time thing. Ooh, Leyline of Anticipation's a great one. You may cast spells as though they had flash. Boop. Pringles Pringles. That's their Pringles brand. I love that. I would honestly, if someone printed like a bag with Rankle on it and it was like a Pringle bag, I would totally go for it. So we got Dark Tutelage for the shiny foil at the end. I also didn't check what the set list was it called, or the list cards were for this. But we haven't hit any of them yet, so maybe it's irrelevant. Ooh, that is really pretty. I think one thing that really jumps out to me about this set is the way that they do like the contrast with like the colors is so pretty. Like it just is really eye-catching. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We got another pipe. It's a real concert over here. Throne of Eldraine. I don't know how I feel about this card. I'm trying to think of like what I would use it for. Because it just feels so expensive for a mana rock. I mean, it is giving you 4 mana, which is nice. And it's potential card draw, I think. Yeah, draw 2 cards, spend only mana of the chosen color to activate this ability. So it might be okay in like a mono color deck. I don't know how I feel about it though. What do y'all think? We have Court of Lochthwain. Ooh, we gonna focus? You gonna focus? Rude. Rude, Betsy, rude. What did happen to Ayara? I know that she turned into Phyrexian. I haven't caught up on the lore. It's a better Gilded Lotus for mono color. I don't like running Gilded Lotus though, because I feel like 5 is too much for a mana rock. So maybe that's why I'm like meh on it. Well, I'll just read what it does because my camera hates me apparently. When Court of Lochthwain enters, I become the monarch. Ooh. And at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of a target opponent's library. And you may play that card for as long as it remains exiled and use mana type of any type to cast it. And if you're the monarch until the end of the next turn, you may cast that spell among cards exiled without paying the mana cost. Ooh, that's really good. I have some ideas for spicy shenanigans with that. Oh goodness, is this not going to focus? There we go. Oh no, it didn't focus. Come on. No. I'm so sorry, y'all. Thank you for being patient while my technology hates me. Pollen Shield Hair. That's pretty cool. The art's really pretty. Target creature you control gains vigilance and +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. That seems pretty stonksy. We got our little treasure token thingy. Ugh, I don't know where to put things anymore. We hit Compulsion again, which you've seen. So I'll put those other 2. That was just a foil common. No list cards yet. If I can open this. Yeah. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. Okay. Rah. Throwing that on the ground. Ooh. Chow. Pretty. That's just my reaction. Chow, pretty. The white and blue cards are really good as well. I don't think I've seen that one yet. I'll have to look it up if we don't pull it. Okay. Skipping through the commons and uncommons. Ooh, okay. So we saw this buddy earlier. I like the graveyard hate on a body. Always seems good. And then we have this. We didn't really get any other stuff. Did I skip past another rare, or was that the only one we got here? Looks like that was all we got. It was a boring pack. Get out of here. Just kidding. We've gotten some good pulls so far. Okay. Bam. Look how shiny and colorful that is. What was that one movie? Is it Trolls? This is like a character from that. That's pretty. And there's the card I was trying to show earlier. Candy Trail. Is it gonna reveal? I don't know. I just thought this was like really cute and a cool flavor card. Alright. Putting this here. We have our Ginger Brute. Skipping again. Ooh, Edgewall Inn. That's the Edgewall Innkeeper from the last set. Virtue of Knowledge. That is really pretty. We have copy target, activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. If a permanent entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control, it triggers an additional time. Yeah, that seems really, really good. It's a mythic, too. Werewolf bodyguard. Oh, goodness. There we go. It's kind of interesting that this is called a werefox thing. I guess it's a fox. I was just thinking, like, if it was a werewolf, though, that'd be good to mix with the Innistrad stuff. But there we go. Kind of focused a bit more. When it enters the battlefield, exile up to one other target non-fox creature until it leaves the battlefield. And then if you sacrifice them, pay 2, you gain 2 life. I could see that having potential and, again, like maybe standard. New Panharmonicon. Yes, I was thinking that too. We got Fraying Sanity again in Deputy art. Oh, it's not focusing, but we did see that one earlier, so. And then we just got another shiny no list card. Oop. Elf, Fox, and Knight. I guess there are like a lot of Knight synergies, especially in mono white. I know there's a card that's like whenever you cast a Knight spell, you create a 1/1 creature, something like that. The goose! The honkin'! Mess with the honkin', you get the bonk. I'm legally required to say that every time. I'm sorry, friends, if that joke gets old. Because I refuse to stop. Okay. We got Spectre of Mortality. Look how spooky that is. Almost Nazgul status. When it enters the battlefield, you may exile 1 or more creature cards from your graveyard. And when you do, each other creature gets -X until end of turn. That seems good. Yeah, I like that. We got another Griffinary. Oh, I put that in the uncommon spot. Boop. And we have a Knight of Valor. Because we're full of valor and virtue. Oh, and you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. So with like these kind of enchantments that create a body, I think are really good, like if you're doing kind of like a Voltron effect, because I try to think about like if people have like a flesh bag effect where they're like each opponent like sacrifices a creature. It's such a feels bad moment if like you're playing Voltron and you have to sack your commander. Evan, you're trying to imagine other were animals like were turtle. I would love to meet a were turtle. It's just a person is like, I don't feel like doing anything today, and they just turn into their turtle form. Well, then there are the Ninja Turtles, so maybe actually don't underestimate a were turtle. You know? Which, have any of y'all seen the new Ninja Turtle movie? I liked it a lot. I'm just going to open up multiple packs at a time so I don't. There we go. Whoa. Whoa. Evan, I appreciate you. I feel validated whenever you laugh at my stuff. We got a little water spout here. A real firefighter. Skipping past these friends. Do. Oh my goodness! It's here. I was hoping to pull this. It's so cute. They're little sheepy bees. I want to play a mat of this. I'm like, I love these things. It's just like, whenever you have some sort of art or like a music or something that you look at and it just is like, oh, this makes me feel so happy and loved. Like that's what I feel whenever I look at this. Were sloth? Bumble sheep. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this card, but I'm so happy. I'm just gonna like set it over here. That's like a mythic card to me. The bumble sheeps. We got Gruff triplets. This seems like it could be pretty cool too. It is 6 CMC. I am interested in that card though. And we got Vampiric Rites. I think a Weresloth is kind of life goals, right? Because like What if your boss is like, finish this report by end of the day, and you're like, you just shapeshift into a sloth, and you're like, I don't care, I'm a sloth, figure it out. Here's the other art claw. Art claw? Sometimes I'm really scared of what's going on with my brain. I meant art card, but I said claw. And I think I'm going to say it's because this looks like a claw and it wasn't just some total random word my brain tried to focus on. Okay. Skipping through stuff. Oh, yeah. We did see this card earlier, but this is another one. I don't like playing Is It because the way that the removal in my brain just like doesn't process for me. I just feel like I have to, and I think I also like have a tendency to be kind of impatient, and I feel like with Demir will like be really forgiving because you have a lot of like removal that you can do. So if you don't leave mana up for like the counter spell, but with like Is It, sometimes I just struggle, specifically in like Historic Brawl, where it's like once a really huge threat hits the board and I didn't have like the mana to counter it, like how do you deal with it? And so I think that's just something with more practice I'll get better at, Is It, over time. I don't care, I'm a sloth, you figure it out. Should that be a shirt? Like, forget, I don't know, forget being adult, return to sloth. We've pulled this card a couple times, so I'm not like super heartbroken if it doesn't show up here. And we got a lot of curiosities. People really want us to do that Niv Mizzet combo, don't they? Ooh, and we're on an adventure. Next one. Pow. Oh, I just realized like the light, I don't know how obvious it is like on my hair. It makes it look like I like dyed my hair. We have this pretty art card. I love that. That would be a pretty playmat too. I hope some of these get turned into playmats because they're super gorgeous. Skipping through some friends and stuff. Pollen shield hair. Oh, we got the pretty art for it too. That makes me think of Watership Down. I don't really remember what happens in that book, but I remember my 6th grade teacher read it aloud to us, and a lot of us were like crying in class by the end of it, so maybe my brain just blocked it out. Oh, we got another Tangled Colony. Sick. Polluted Bonds. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, that player loses 2 life and you gain 2. That seems pretty sweet. Oh, I would use this against like an Omnath deck. I'll play against all the landfall. Come at me, bro. And then we have these cuties. Little spill it. Oh, we got a list card finally, but it was just a sad uncommon that I already own. Sag. Man, I would actually love to be a weresloth. How does one sign up for being a weresloth? Please tell. I would like to sign up for weresloth stonks, please. Back one. Oh. I think you saw the unboxing with my brother and I. We both struggled so hard to open the pre-con box. It was really funny. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we got a signed card this time. A little signature. Boom. I really should like try to do something like maybe put a bunch of these art cards in like a picture frame and put it up somewhere in my office. We got another pretty mountain. And then skipping through these friends, get into the stuff, get into. Oh, we are getting all these hairs. It's turning into a hairy situation. Okay, I also understand if you go unsubscribe now. Impact Tremors again. I think we just put that. We've pulled a few of those. Boom. I wonder how much more we're going to start seeing Impact Tremors in Commander. It's pretty. And then we got this. Skipping through these friends. Ooh, except for this friend, because this is an interesting card. Sir Armont, the Redeemer. Oh, is it gonna focus? Focus, my friends. It's not focusing. You have to hop out, but always enjoy watching your streams and videos. Enjoy the new cardboard. Thanks, Evan. You have a good one, too. Whoop, whoop. I appreciate you always hanging out because you're always fun to engage with. There we go. Focused, finally. Sir Armont the Redeemer. So when they enter the battlefield, create a monster roll token attached to another creature you control. And enchanted creatures you control get +1/+1. That seems good. There we go. Okay, we've seen these other friends. Ooh, we have a devouring sugar maw. That's pretty great. Oh my goodness. There we go. Create a 1/1 white human creature token and a food token. Because humans are food. Num 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 num. That's really funny. I love the art for this. Again, I don't know why. Still makes me think of Adventure Time. Ooh, that's really pretty. That is so cool. I really like the anime art for this stuff. And as hath been foretold, seems like a stonksy card too. And then we got a list card that is a Dwarven Miner. Destroyed target non-basic land. Ooh, that could actually be pretty good. To get rid of like Field of the Dead and stuff. Like I wouldn't use it to be mean to my opponents, but if they had like a Gaia's Cradle or something like that, that's probably what I would use this for. That doesn't seem like a bad list card, honestly. Is it Ander or Ander? I apologize if I mispronounce your name, but nice mix of styles in this set. Yeah, I think there's like a lot of really interesting directions you go, and it's really cool with like the design because I don't feel like anything kind of breaks like the traditional color pie perspective on things, but it still has like a lot of new strategies that you can build around. That's a pretty card. And then skipping past these friends. Boo, boo, boo. Ooh, court. We're a real judge over here with all these courts. Is it? There we go. Focus. You become the monarch. And at the beginning of your upkeep, distribute 2 +1/+1 counters among the two up to... This is me trying to read out loud, and it's so hard. Among up to 2 target creatures. Then if you're the monarch, double the number of +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. That is really good too. Counter synergies are getting really scary. And we have Questing Druid. Ooh, that's pretty. Exile the top 2 cards. Oh, we did see this one earlier. I still love the art for this one. It feels like it's different art than the last one we saw. What's up, Ken? Good to see your face. We have hardened scales. Scalies. We're real prickly over here. Oh, and we got another list card. I don't think I've seen this one. Or maybe I have. Hemin's Aura. Oh my gosh, it's not focusing. There we go. Untap enchanted creature. Oh, this seems really relevant. Enchanted creature gets flying until end of turn. That could be... This card could have some really good synergy with this set, actually. It's a good list card to get. Alright. Grabbing another handful. Oh yeah, Ken. I got a bee! Look at these bees! They're so cute. They're little sheepy bees. Oh, it's not focusing. I was saying I need to get a playmat of this because it makes me so happy looking at them. Opening. I'm trying to open. In my head. Okay. Try not to sing Alice in Chains in your ears. The music you don't hear right now. There we go. We got some art card that doesn't want to focus, but if you close your eyes, maybe you can see it in your mind's eye. Any sick pulls? Yeah. So we just finished doing the collector box, but I did end up getting... Where is it? Oh, maybe it's in the rares. I did end up getting that one card that you're interested in, but I also thought this Defense of the Heart was really pretty. We got the Smothering Tithe, and then we also got Parallel Lives. All that stuff. Here, I'm going to try to find the card that you are interested in, Ken. Boo, 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 boo. It's somewhere in this pile of rares. Oh my gosh. There it is. Yeah. So I'm hoping to pull another one so then we both can have one, but I do still plan to send that one to you. You know? You know? Because are you winning? Oh, and I saw your post of the updated gaming room that you have, and it is so cool. Like, if I ever have a room that I need to get designed, like you're hired, because it looks so cozy. Malevolent Witch Kite. And it is not focusing right now. No. And then you're also joining in for the struggles of me not being able to get Betsy here, which is what I'm naming my camera for today to focus. There we go. She got her stuff together. So it's a Dwagon Warkite. Warkite? Warlock. Wait, no. Oh. Literally. Maybe this set is just killing my dyslexia. Witch Kite. It's a Dragon Warlock. I think I switched so many things together. Flying, and when they enter the battlefield, sacrifice any number of artifact, enchantments, and tokens, and draw that many cards. That is so good. Thank you. It's a fun room to hang out in. It looks like it. Aha. And I hope to see it someday in person as well. I'm going to just invite myself over. We have a ground seal. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. And then it says cards in graveyards can't be the targets of spells or ability. That's pretty cool. The artwork feels very on flavor for that too. All right. I'm going to slurp me some water. A dragon warlock? Now we're talking. Yeah. Some hydration time. Because water is, you may not know this, but water sustains life. Specifically, hydration. I'm always invited. Oh, what's up, Benji? How's it going? Sorry if I just saw your greetings. I'm mostly over yonder in the Twitchy world. Oh, what's up, Homero? It's been a minute, a hot minute since I've talked, since we have last spoketh. Boop boop boo. All right, Benji. What were cards that you were hyped on getting again? I know you shared it before, but I forgot. Been a good day. Just home from some delicious ramen. Did you bring some for the rest of the class? Oh, and this is for you as well. Sorry, everyone else, but I got the cute bees in my life. I'm so happy. Oh my goodness. Go doubling season. I did get a doubling season. I feel very spoiled. Yeah, the bumble sheep. It's so cute. Okay, we're a turtle. And we had a discussion earlier about were turtles and were sloths. And I was saying those would be great because if people had any expectations of you, you could just try to go to sleep or turn into a turtle and be like, it's all on you, buddy. So Donna Hope. That's heckin' gorgeous. I absolutely love that. And this is a reprint of a card if you don't know what it does. It says whenever gain life or get a life, am I right? Pay 2, and if you do, draw a card, and then you can make some soldier tokens. Yeah. Putting that over here. And we saw this card earlier, but some of y'all are newer in the stream now, so I'll show it again. But I cannot get over the level of detail that the set has with their art. Ooh, and we hit a second Defense of the Heart. So we have the anime version now and the pretty portrait. I don't know what to call this style, but it's really, really pretty, and they are crushing the artwork with this set. And then we just got a little butcher friend for the shiny stuffs. That's our tokens. Beseech the Mirror is totally broken, right? I don't remember if I've even seen it. Just here opening cards. uh, Benji, the Enchanted Tales art is all amazing. I honestly love it. Like, I'm probably getting so repetitive in the stream now, but I'm so excited for when the playmats for this set start dropping because I'm gonna get like probably all of them. Ooh, I don't know if I've seen this one yet. I also too was trying to like have a blind reaction to this stuff, so I limited like what spoilers I was seeing. But that is so pretty. And it's Orzhov. Maybe I'm just biased towards my favorite color combo. They have Menache. And when they enter the battlefield, return target creature or enchante from your graveyard to your hand. Whenever you can enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, puts a +1/+1 counter, and scry 1. I have so many ideas for this. It's probably a historic brawl brew, though, not a paper brew. So we'll keep jumping. We got another Thunderous Debut, which is kind of like a Defense of the Heart. Oh, and if you didn't see this art earlier, sorry, Betsy needs a second to think about her life. Focus. Why aren't you focusing? Ah, darn it. I was kind of hoping to show y'all the really pretty detail of like the leaves here because it's super pretty. I love the style that they did for that. But I give up because Betsy doesn't want to work right now. And then we have Brave the Wilds for our little potential spicy extra thing at the end. Ooh, a squirrel that's very scared of whatever the heck this is. Okay, and then jumping through the commons and uncommons to get to the spicy stuff. Because we took our sweet time with the collector box. And let's see if this will focus again. Oh, why won't you? Talion, the kindly lord, would you kindly focus? There we go. That's really dope. They have flying, and they enter the battlefield, choose a number between 1 and 10, and whenever an opponent casts a spell with mana value, power, or toughness equal to the chosen number, that player loses 2 life and draw a card. That seems like a really interesting, specific build around there. That's really interesting. Betsy is such a messy queen. She's very picky. Benji, the way they did the basic land art is really impressive too. Yeah, that's something I've been saying is like all of the I really want to say since at least I've started playing around like it was Innistrad with like the special treatments that they did for those basic lands and then like going forward from all the sets there, it's just been like really cool, especially with like Neon Dynasty. I think that's still my favorite art for a basic land. And we got Nature's Will, which it is not Betsy's will today to demonstrate. There we go. Oh, she focused for a second. There we go. Okay. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, tap all lands that players control and untap all lands you control. Wow. That is some will of nature, am I right? And then we got a Regal Bunnycorn. Oh my god. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of non-land permanents you control. It's a bunny! It's so happy. It's fascinating, Benji. Yeah, you really love all the alt basic arts, but these are done via Lightbox. Oh, so they aren't brush strokes, they're paper. That is so cool. I had no idea. And the fact that they're able to do that and put it into like a printed card, that's so awesome. Olive was really interested in doing stuff with like Lightbox. I know she got a Lightbox, but I think one of the hard parts was just getting like the knives that help you kind of cut the paper a bit more precisely. I don't know if she's still interested in playing around with Lightbox stuff, but I know she's trying to do some stuff with like Legend of Korra. Or I think it was when Korra and Asami were walking into like the light essentially at the end of the season 4. If you're into Avatar, I don't know. Okay. Okay. I feel like my voice is starting to hurt from talking so much, but here we are. We got some more set stuff. Pretty forest. And then again, skipping on through to the cool stuff. We have Farsight Ritual, which I think we pulled previously. But it's another card advantage type thing with bargain on it. Oh my goodness, gravy, great bulbs of fire. Betsy is exhausting me right now. And then we saw these other two before. And I honestly think rotisserie elemental is just a really funny concept. Like an elemental being a chef is like really funny. Put a skewer counter on them and you can sacrifice them. Is this a Roko card? Just for the theme of it? Is this going in Roko, Ken? You're getting some really good Roko tech too for this set. So many food tokens. And pretty art. Skipping through things and stuff. Boom. Okay. Lady of Laughter. Want to hear my Lady of Laughter laugh? Oh, there we go. Was that good? Oh, hands held walking through the spirit portal. It's such a great moment. Yes, that's exactly the scene that Olivia was trying to recreate with the light box. This is so cool, though. Yeah, I love that. Oh, we pulled this friend earlier. A little vendor. They work at a little bookshop. You love the flavor? Love the flavor of your food deck? Don't eat it, though. I don't think that's recommended. Leyline of Abundance. Oh, I hope this focuses because it's super pretty. Come on. No! Let's give Betsy a minute. She's got a lot. Skewer flavored to be specific. Wait, you just eat the skewers? I don't think you're supposed to eat the skewer, Ken. There we go. Did she focus? She focused. She knew y'all were here. That's so pretty. What's up, Liv? And it lets you tap all your stuff for extra mana stuff. There's some really pretty art here, Liv. She's hiding off camera. She's scared of everyone on the internet, which is probably wise. I don't think anyone cares if you're wearing a mud mask. This is super pretty. I love that. All right. We're skipping through these friends. I think we got math. How many packs left? Maybe like 13? We're a little over halfway. If you haven't seen the Ruby Daring Tracker, it's really cool. Okay, skipping these friends. Oh, Moonshaker Cavalry. The cavalry has arrived. Betsy is a stunt girl. Yes. Moonshaker Cavalry. When it enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain flying and +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. Is this not White Craterhoof Behemoth? I am so stoked on this card. Okay. I don't know which deck that's going into yet, but it's going into something. I was thinking like Myrel maybe, because you can turn all those like 1/1 artifact creature tokens into just monsters that bonk face. Because I make a lot of tokens. But I also don't know how much of my soldier synergy I want to take away. I'll have to think on that, friends. We have Ground Seal and Fairy Fencing, and whoa! I have not seen this beast token yet. That is super cool. That is really pretty. Okay. Wow. That'll be like my additional sound effects that I got going here. Yeah, that's what my rail needs. Exactly. Your favorite deck. Yeah, my rail's a little underpowered. I should really beef them up a little bit. That's probably a deck that I don't ever need to update or change, and it will keep up with most things. Alright. We have this friend here. And then this friend. We're skipping through the commons and uncommons again. We've seen that legendary. Ooh. Oh, we hit another little rat friend. Little gobbo. Sadly, a gobbo I probably won't add to squee. That's anti-squee tech. Ooh. Fiery Emancipation. That is gorgeous. Wow. Well, now I need to put that in a deck. I don't know what deck, but it doesn't matter at this point. Does it have red? There you go. And then we didn't get anything else too stonksy. Oh, wait. Yes, we did. I lied. I thought this was an uncommon. So this is a list card, I think. We have Pitiless Horde. The beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. It's got dash. I don't know if I'll be doing much with that list card, but I appreciate you for showing up. Oh, yeah, I love this. I'd probably do a playmat of this too, or at least maybe put it in like a background, my computer background. A tough cookie, because you're one tough cookie, friend. Wait, is it gonna show? This is one of my favorites. There we go. This is so cute. I'm gonna put that next to Food Coma, because that deserves a spot in the sun. They deserve a spot in the sun. And then we have the Greta card. Sorry, skipping through stuff again. Ooh, this is the pre-con facing Commanda. And I played that against my brother. My brother was playing the Fae Demir deck, and I was playing this one. So, posting that next week. We saw this friend earlier. Dark Tutelage, Night Valor, just a shinies. And then we have that. Boom, next card. What are these doing here? I'll just set those there. Boom. Art card, because we're all about art here. We're artistes of the world. And then skipping through to uncommons. Boop, 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 boo. Ooh, I haven't seen this one. Oh my goodness. I swear to heck. I swear to heck if you don't focus, Betsy. You're doing a fairy pre-con upgrade? Nice. Honestly, it's pretty good. Like, I don't think if you're... It could probably do, like, a budget upgrade. Because it has some really good value. I can show that deck here in a second if y'all... I guess they have the deck list live now, too. Oh my goodness, Betsy. Should we give a moment of silence for Betsy to, like, get her act together? Come on. Come on. Betsy hates us today. Why? Okay. Choose target non-token creature you control that doesn't have the same name as token creature you control. And then you create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary, is a reflection in addition to its other types, and has Haste. And then you sacrifice all reflections that you control. So that seems sad. So many new Tom Sagas. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, was you have some good upgrades for stuff. Prismatic Omen. Rainbow! Can I get rainbows in the chat? Lands you control are every basic type in addition to their other types. Oh, that's pretty good. And not only that, gotta love the art. And then we have this. Oh my goodness, I put that in the wrong pile. I'm gonna start splitting this stuff up. Gotta put my hand behind this card like the makeup girl videos. Yes. Then we have a sad fairy and a creepy dude staring at them. Why are you holding them prisoner? Please let them go, sir. And then skipping through to commons and uncommons. We got more Twining Twins. We have the special art for the other ones. And this is the first time we pulled up this art. Why are you not focusing, friend? There we go. A little bit better. Apparently, if I use my aggressive voice, my aggro voice, it'll listen to me. Dragon Mantle's really pretty. We got another rest in peace. And it's the foil pretty art for it too this time. That's a rare. Okay. It's Bestie and Betsy's world and we're just living in it. Exactly. She's so rude sometimes. Boo boo. Okay. Opening up. I think we got 5 more packs. So hopefully we get another night, dude. Kapow. Actually, I really want that gingerbread. The Sir Gingerbread person. Okay, skipping stuff. Skipping. Ooh, dragons. Gotta love dragons. It's a decadent one. Oh, she's fancy. Look at that. Exile the top 2 cards of target opponent's library face down. You may look at and play those cards for as long as they remain exiled. Don't mind if I do. And it's got flying and trample. Whenever it attacks, create a treasure token. It's only 4 mana. That's good. It's almost gold span. Like, that's crazy. That's really good. Iron Crag. Love the dragon. You got to love dragons. Them's the rules. That's really pretty. The artwork's super cool. You can tap to add a colorless mana. Whenever a legendary creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it become a legendary equipment artifact named Everflame Hero's Legacy. And if you do, it gains equip 3, equipped creature gets +3, and loses all other abilities. Interesting. I don't know. It's like very on theme with stuff, but I don't know what I would use this for. I'm sure people have already thought of a way to make it spicy. And then these were our other cards. Kapow. Kapow. All right. Oh, she fancy. Yeah. She's all dressed up with them treasures. Ready for girl dinner. That's the meme right now. That's the meme. Which wasn't like the girl dinner meme where it's just all sides. Something like that. Oh my goodness, I can't open this. Okay. Open this one. Boom. Okay. We have the hammer. Someone, she's about to chop off the head? I cannot tell what's happening in this scene, and I'm kind of scared to ask. Artifacts lose all other abilities, not... Oh, the creature it equips. Aha! Can you tell I've been reading a lot? My dyslexia is kicking in. Alright. Thank you for being the hero in chat. Got planes. Cooped up. That poor fairy. Sorry, getting to the end. They got horned lock whale. Ooh. There we go. Oh, it's fighting a griffin! This feels like Beast Wars over here, am I right? And then it says, the owner of target attacking creature you controlled don't control. Wow. Put it on top or bottom of their library. It's got Flash Horde. When it enters the battlefield, tapped unless it's your turn. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh, Phyrexian Unlife. Now that is super cool. That is some spicy art. Took me a minute to figure that out. Yeah. Well, thank you. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them are you. I hope that made sense and didn't sound weird. But you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life, and as long as you have 0 or less life, all damage dealt to you is as though it was a source that had infect. So basically, buys you some extra time. Basically 10 damage. So you get like temporary hit points is how I would look at that. Can you tell I've been playing Baldur's Gate? Then we got this regal looking fellow. They're very fun. I'm going to skip past these friends because we've already seen a lot of the commons and uncommons. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is another one. I'm going to send this to you too, Ken. The food fight if you don't have it. Because this is like I don't know. I just feel like you want this card in your life. Because that also seems really good too. Because it turns the food tokens into damage. Put that over here. And then we got a shiny of our little hare friend. And then putting this stuff here. Kapow! Oh, that's upside down. Kapow! This is the white crater hoof. Gotta love that. And then kapow, 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 going to the good stuff. Ooh, okay, I shouldn't skip, but we got Instinct Study! It's so pretty. Is she gonna focus? Let's give flavor. It's a spicy little cardboard piece there. This friend, maybe I should try positive reinforcement with Betsy. Maybe that'll work. Psychology says that positive reinforcement works better than negative reinforcement. Betsy, you're doing a really good job today, and I understand you're tired, but can you focus just a little bit more? We're almost done here. It's not focusing. I don't know what to do to make my cameras listen to me, friends. I've given them names. I've yelled at them. I have now complimented them. But that's really pretty art. I'll maybe try to post like a picture of it in the server or something. All right. We got another Viper. And then just another shiny. And a token with nothing there. And then our last 2 packs, friends. If I can open it. I don't know if I can. I guess you'll have to look at my dry elbow in the meantime. Opening this pack. Okay. I'm just like all the garbage of packs on the ground. It's really funny. This is super pretty. I love that. Betsy, the type of girl that doesn't tip their service people. I honestly think Betsy's she's been working really hard, like at a diner, doing like double shifts and doesn't get tipped very well. Because like most of the service is like maybe people just driving by the town on long road trips. They don't really think about how much Betsy needs those tips, and she's just kind of jaded right now. We're all kind of just taking her for granted, you know? Gave a really in-depth background story for my camera. We got another Spectre of Mortality. Intangible Virtue. Candy Grapple. That's an angry looking. That's why you don't trust apples? Wait, is this why they keep the doctor away? Is this attacking a doctor? Now we know the origin of the saying. Okay. Last pack, friend. Oh my gosh. Tip of Betsy. I'll make sure Betsy gets it. Thank you for tipping Betsy. This made my day again. Thank you. Here's a mountain, because we gotta climb all of them. Thank you, Ken. My heart. We're skipping these buddies. Oh, yay! I got one too. There's one for you and one for me now, Ken. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. That makes me happy. Well, that's the best pack to close out with then. We got another cute bunny. And we have Utopia Sprawl. And a beanstalk worm, because we're all about this worm life. Ooh. And then we got a cunning breeze dancer as our list card. A tip for Betsy Fat Fingers. I knew what you meant. Don't worry. Woo! And then, yeah, this buddy here is whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And it costs 6 CMC, so that's probably why you don't see it a ton anymore. But yeah, that's the cards. I hope you all had fun seeing packs existing in the world. Can't believe there isn't a new Oko. I think it's because technically Oko isn't from Eldraine, is from what I was told from people who pay attention to lore. And I have not caught up on this set. I was like super into the Phyrexian arc that went on, but I haven't checked out the new Eldraine stuff yet. I think it's because it's like I got my Nissa and Chandra story, and I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy that ride, and then I'll care about other characters, I guess, later. That was fun. Thank you. Well, thank you for hanging out. I'm kind of wondering, I don't know if I want to do like a historic brawl stream or just call it good. I do have to do chores and things today, like cleaning said apartment or whatever. But I might hop on later and try to stream like some historic brawl and stuff. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. You mean the heckin' world to me. And yeah, I think I'll close things out. But I might hop back on later, or at least tomorrow, because actually I do have a draft box and I'm going to be on the Queen of Cardboard stream. I think it's Tuesday. And we are basically drafting commander decks from whatever we pull in the draft boosters. So hopefully I get another gingerbread friend because I would love to draft something for them if there's enough cards to do that. But yeah, so that'll be next Tuesday. And then I have a pre-con battle. I'm going to try to drop it on Tuesday. That's just like my brother and I playing the pre-cons against each other. So if you liked our shenanigans from the Eldrazi unboxing, then you might appreciate our dorky sibling banter. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Have a good one. You're all splendid. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And bye-bye.